It does. It's featuring the first time ever seen on screen, Short King, Ethan Hawke, from the trailer. It's like actually crazy. They just take a foot off of his height.
And here's the question. Why can't he just be king?
It's a great question.
Why's he gotta be short?
It's a great question.
I don't know. Hello, and welcome to the Midnight Matinee Project. We here are not movie critics. We are movie lovers, and specifically movie theater lovers.
Absolutely.
We love going to the movie theater.
We love going to the movie theater. We think you should go to the movie theater. So we created this to be your one-stop shop for all things movie coming out this week.
That's right. We've got some great movies coming out this week. So we're going to talk about them and hopefully inspire you to go to the movies this week. My name is Hunter. I'm joined by my podcast co-host, because apparently we're not friends, Isaac Bosses.
This is going to be one that we have to work on for a while.
Hey, we've got 3 movies we're going to talk about in depth and a couple honorable mentions, but it's a great week for going to see some movies in theaters.
It's a busy week. There is something for everyone.
Yeah. And so 3 will go in depth, 2 we'll mention a little bit, but the 3 movies we're going to talk about today are Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, Blue Moon, and Good Fortune. And we'll mention a couple other ones that are also coming out that you should go see this week. So without further ado, let's jump in. Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein.
God, I am so excited. One of the highly anticipated movies of the second half of the year. Unfortunately, Netflix landed this in the bidding, but we're getting a theatrical release.
For
which
2
is
weeks.
all we want. For 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks.
Should
real
be
quick.
longer. We'll take what we can get. Down with Netflix, but we'll take a theatrical release.
Yeah, so this comes out on the 17th, just for a couple weeks in theaters. If you're unfamiliar with the story of Frankenstein, here's the quick description. A brilliant but egotistical scientist brings a creature to life in a monstrous experiment that ultimately leads to the undoing of both the creator and his tragic creation.
Yeah.
One of the most classic stories of all time.
So many stories are inspired by or based on this story. It's a really fascinating concept to talk about because usually the movies that we're talking about are inspired by former works. It's weird to talk about the original.
Yeah, this is just an adaptation of
the original. Yeah,
Frankenstein. Of course, written by Mary Shelley.
Yeah,
all-time great story that have had a lot of different full iterations, but then also we see Frankenstein just as a key source of inspiration into so many things.
Recently, for example, the Oscar winner Poor Things was a loose adaptation of the concept and idea of a Frankenstein story.
Yeah. Frankenstein's the scientist. It's not the monster's name. In case you also didn't know, it's Dr.
Frankenstein.
Victor Frankenstein.
Frankenstein's monster.
Frankenstein's monster. So a couple quick reviews for people that have seen this movie. We got a positive, a negative, and a funny review. Isaac, what do you want first?
I feel like we rarely start with positive. Let's start with positive.
Let's start with positive. Come on. All right. I'll try to read it quick. It's kind of a long one. This is from Letterboxd user Who-Man. Guillermo del Toro treats Frankenstein like sacred ground. You can feel it in every single frame. It's not just about retelling Mary Shelley's story, but about building a world where beauty and horror exist in equal measure. This is absolutely not a film meant to be consumed on Netflix while half-scrolling your phone. It's the kind of work that needs the biggest possible screen where the images and sound overwhelm you. Oscar Isaac gives Victor Frankenstein a terrifying elegance, making his obsession magnetic and repulsive all at once. Jacob Elordi, meanwhile, disappears into the role of the creature, shaping him with both rage and vulnerability. Together, their performances feel locked in a dance of creation and destruction. It's hard to shake. The production design is staggering. Every set feels touched by frost, blood, or candlelight, as if Del Toro pulled the pages of the novel into physical form. And the music is swelling, mournful, sometimes deafening, pushes the tragedy into your chest until you can't breathe. In my opinion, one of Del Toro's finest films and one of the most faithful yet daring adaptations of Frankenstein ever made.
As you're reading that, all I could think about is you could say so many of the same things about Robert Eggers' Nosferatu.
Yeah,
Of you just felt the sacred ground that Robert Eggers thought he was walking on
Yeah.
while filming and directing this movie. And I absolutely love Nosferatu. So I'm personally, that gets me really excited.
Yeah. I mean, it is high praise. But not everyone has high praise for this movie.
Let's get the negative.
This comes from Letterboxd user Detective Zinc. I feel that if this is someone's first time experiencing the story of Frankenstein, they might really enjoy the film. But for anyone who has read the original novel, it may be disappointing. The film is undeniably a high-budget, polished production. The storyline, for the most part, follows the source. Yet Victor, played by Oscar Isaac, is portrayed in a way completely unlike the book. The diligent, idealistic scientist driven by his passion for knowledge is here reduced to a violent madman. As a chain reaction, Frankenstein 2 is rewritten as excessively brutal. I really dislike this choice. The script is stuffed with unnecessary, artificially dramatized elements that exist only for the sake of cinematic effect. As a result, while the ending still echoes the novel's core, the overall impression feels like a film made just for the sake of being a film. Reaction.
I think I should have asked you before you started reading that, is this from a Frankenstein purist? I have a feeling, as with all adapted works, there's always going to be a crowd of disappointed people, rightfully so, because they love the original source so much that nothing will ever live up to it. So there is going to be a lot of disappointed people that go to see this movie. If you are a Frankenstein purist, as a purist of some other things, you just need to accept that it's not going to be the same thing.
Yeah.
It's not going to live up to how much you love the original. If it pulls off a miracle and does, then good for you. But no adaptation from a sacred text like Frankenstein for some people is going to be, wow, this decision was made perfectly right. Because the story was written in a novel, which means that the story that you love is turned for the medium of reading, not the medium of visual.
So here's a question. Do we think this person's actually read Frankenstein?
It's a great question.
Because they did refer to the monster, and they called the monster Frankenstein in this review. I don't know if you caught that.
I don't think a purist would ever make that mistake. That's a good question.
I don't even think this is a purist.
Okay.
This is probably a big film guy that wants to be a book purist.
Okay, yeah.
But is not.
That is not. Okay, that was a fair point. That's a fair point. Yeah, I would say no matter what level of respect you have for Frankenstein or adaptations prior,
Yeah.
go in with an open mind.
Always.
Always
or go in with an open mind and then come out with a funny mind towards Letterboxd, write your funny reviews. Here's our funny review from Letterboxd user Lorenzo. Another film of Oscar Isaac in the bathtub cinematic universe after Dune.
My favorite cinematic universe.
New cinematic universe, Oscar Isaac in the bathtub.
Let's go.
Bring it on.
That. I'm assuming there are very different vibes of Oscar Isaac in the bathtub, but
maybe.
But I'm a fan. I'm here for it.
If you had to describe this movie with a Hollywood combo,
yeah, this is really hard because how do you
come up with a combo
for
of
an original?
The original, yeah.
So the best I could do was obviously Poor Things, as I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
I think that will just resonate in people's minds because it's something that they can, in recent memory, attach it to. So if I was pitching it to a Hollywood exec, I would say Poor Things meets Blade Runner.
Okay.
There is this quote unquote inhuman like monster in Blade Runner. It is not one person, but multiple. And they are viewed as a threat and they are viewed as inhuman and they're treated that way. And they're hunted after. It's a whole mess that's created when humans tinker with things that they shouldn't.
Which is often.
So I think obviously Blade Runner, anything that's referred to Blade Runner is referred to in high regard. And then I think obviously Poor Things is loosely inspired off of Frankenstein. And I think that's a good parallel.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm going to leave the Hollywood combos to you today. Because I couldn't fit Pirates of the Caribbean into any of these. If you're unfamiliar with Guillermo del Toro, he is an Oscar-winning director.
Yes.
Shape of Water.
Shape of Water.
back in 2017. He's also done Pan's Labyrinth, Hellboy, which was honestly one of my favorites growing up was Hellboy.
I love that. Okay.
It was so just wild and nuts. I don't know why I
Yes.
liked it, but I loved it so much.
That's amazing.
Kronos,
which I think probably has a lot of overlap
Mm-hmm.
with some moral plot lines
Yeah.
in this story.
He
which is really
helped
exciting.
adapt the Hobbit movies.
Yeah, that probably shouldn't be mentioned. If we're wanting people to get see,
Talk about purists.
yeah, talk about purists. When I was referring to purists lowering their expectations, I was saying that as a hypocrite because I'm unable to do that, and I do not accept The Hobbit.
But great writer director who has done many adaptations before. This of course stars Oscar Isaac, who again is honestly kind of all over the place now. If you don't know who that is when we say that, he's Poe Dameron in the Star Wars sequel trilogy. He's
the Duke Leto Atreides.
Yes, in Dune
Part 1.
So Timothée Chalamet's dad.
Yeah.
He is animated Spider-Man 2099.
That's right. Yes.
Miguel O'Hara in Across the Spider-Verse. He's Apocalypse in X-Men
right.
Apocalypse,
Yep.
which is a movie. But Oscar Isaac, great actor. Jacob Elordi, heartthrob. Jacob Elordi.
Yep.
Probably most known for Euphoria.
Probably most known for Euphoria. He has he's starring in the upcoming, recently announced Wuthering Heights.
Yep.
The trailer.
Saltburn.
Yeah.
On Swift Horses that came out this past year. And so another great actor. Again, his performance has gotten a lot of praise in this movie. It also stars Mia Goth and Christoph Waltz.
Ooh.
Also too great, which should be really, really fun. So this movie sounds like it should be really good and really strong.
Yes.
It's a story we know, but it's fun to always see a fresh take on it.
Absolutely.
So go see it in theaters because it's only in theaters for 2 weeks.
Yeah, this is more of a priority see because it's going to be gone very soon.
Yes. All right, movie number 2 we're talking about Blue Moon. Blue Moon, we're changing the vibe a little bit. So Blue Moon, here's a quick description. The story is set largely in 1940 or on March 31st, 1943, the opening night of Rogers and Hammerstein's Oklahoma. If you're unfamiliar, that's a play called Oklahoma. Oklahoma, where the wind goes, none of it. I don't remember all the words.
I don't know any of the words.
Have you ever seen the play?
I've never seen the play.
Highly recommend it.
Nice. Okay.
I used to live in Oklahoma. Fun fact.
You did,
yeah. And everyone knows it. Knows the play. Not everyone knows that I lived in Oklahoma.
Pretty sure everyone that I know
everyone knows I lived in
yeah.
Oklahoma. So the opening night of Oklahoma with Rogers' former creative partner, Lorenz Hart, struggling with alcoholism and depression. Most of the film takes place at the bar of the New York Theater District restaurant Sardi's. Slipping out of Oklahoma's opening night, the semi-closeted Hart arrives at Sardi's ahead of the after party to get drunk and bitch about his former creative partner's new hit musical. Bobby Cannavale plays a barman who lends an ear while trying not to serve Hart liquor. Basically, this stars Ethan Hawke as Lorenz Hart. And basically, he was creative partner with Rogers for many, many years. And they didn't have a ton of success. And then Rogers gets a new partner, Hammerstein. They make Oklahoma, and it's a hit.
Yeah.
And Lorenz Hart doesn't take it well.
No, he does not.
And so, movie looks fascinating.
It does. It's featuring the first time ever seen on screen, Short King, Ethan Hawke. From the trailer. It's like actually crazy. They just take a foot off of his height.
And here's the question. Why can't he just be king?
It's a great question.
Why's he gotta be short?
It's a great question.
I don't know. But this movie is directed by Richard Linklater, or Linklater, however you pronounce it, who is known for Boyhood. And what else did he do? I'm going to take that back. Oh, this is the one I was thinking of that he did. That's right. I'm about to mention it.
Nice.
Did he do School of Rock series. Weird. Hold on, going back. Close. All right, cool. This movie is directed by Richard Linklater, who directed Hitman.
Nice. Yep.
With Glenn Powell, and of course stars Ethan Hawke, Margaret Qualley, Bobby Cannavale, Andrew Scott, who were so great. But here's a quick look into what people who have seen this movie are saying about it. Isaac, you want positive, negative, or funny first?
Funny.
Funny? All right, let's bring it on. If I can scroll correctly. This is from Letterboxd user Isaac Gregg. They do an MCU style Stuart Little name drop in this.
Wait. That's incredible.
And I don't know what that means.
That's so funny. I'm assuming, like, my takeaway from that is that there is a dramatic reveal of like an MCU style character of arriving on scene.
And it's Stuart Little. Yeah,
That's so funny. I'm all here for it.
So excited to see what that's about.
Yeah.
Here's a negative review. This is from Letterboxd user Ricky Lay. Sometimes you've just got to admit that a movie ain't for you. It'd be foolish for me to see Linklater and Hawke share another project and then turn my nose up when it's pure yip yap. But my tolerance is running thin surprisingly quickly this time. The running fear of obsolescence is probed pretty close to that of a Woody Allen comedy, though also known for running their mouth. And thinking about it on those terms helps me meet it eye to eye a little better. To say nothing of The Pianist by coincidence being named Mort Rifkin. The gag is the same, an emasculated nebbish of humor, both lowbrow and literate, discovering his waning relevance to the lives and careers of the people they most want to be desired by. In this case, Larry slowly becoming an extra in his more successful peer story, resenting Rogers' appeal to populism while reveling honestly in his own envy, not to mention loving the woman he's in love with enough to let her pass on to a better storyline while he recluses at last to the barroom with all the dormant nobodies taking the shots he pretended initially not to want. So even that review kind of seems like, oh, this is a trope that I'm just not a fan of.
Yeah, which is fair.
Yeah, which is fair.
Not every movie is for everyone.
But nothing in there specifically about, hey, the movie's not good.
No, the movie's not for me specifically.
But let's see if anyone thinks the movie is good. This comes from Letterboxd user Will Movie Fan 97.
We love that name.
That's the year you were born. 98.
98.
Ah! Rats. All right. The vast majority of this film is just Ethan Hawke talking about his almost unhealthy fascination with Margaret Qualley. So in other words, he's just like me for real. Blue Moon is a thoroughly engaging, funny, and immensely enjoyable chamber piece dramedy that benefits from the fact that Richard Linklater just knows how to write great dialogue. Linklater's script here is light, but the dialogue is so sharp, very funny, and the character interactions are so engaging that I could not love watching this. Ethan Hawke turns in one of his best performances in years and plays off each member of the cast so well. I could easily see getting another Oscar nod for this. Margaret Qualley might not have as much screen time as one might expect, but is absolutely lovely and, not hard to bind everyone's fascination with Elizabeth. Andrew Scott is also great, and Bobby Cannavale was a major scene stealer for me. There's one scene in particular between Hawke and Qualley near the end. It's probably just one of my favorite scenes from any film this year. Just one of the most purely enjoyable films I've seen at this year's fest. It's a chamber film, but also just another one of those great hangout films from Linklater.
Wow.
Sold.
You love that. Sold. I'm in.
Great. Bring it in.
Bring it in.
I mean, the description there of that review is kind of the vibe that I felt from the trailer itself. It just looks really fun, and I'm very excited to see this movie. If you're pitching this movie, Isaac, what's the Hollywood combo you got?
If I'm trying to tell someone, give me some money to make this movie, this is how I'm pitching it. It is The Social Network meets 500 Days of Summer.
Okay.
So we have...
Let's hear it. Yeah. I think I started to see it.
Yep. Yeah. The Social Network is just digging at the envy, betrayal, and talent
for sure
of one focal person that is just leaving behind other people that they previously worked with and had a good relationship with in the name of success, fame, and business. In this case, show business. I think there's just a lot of similarities there. I don't think that the person that is finding the success and the character that's finding the success is going to be as cold and hate driven as Mark Zuckerberg in The Social Network.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there are definitely similarities there. And then the romantic angle between Ethan Hawke and Margot Qualley is a lot of resonance of not 1-to-1 of 500 Days of Summer, but there's some stuff in there of just a man falling head over heels for a woman, the woman appreciating the relationship but never fully buying in, knowing it's not for her, not in either their best interests, and seeing the bigger picture much better than the man. And I think that there's a lot of that mixed in the romantic angle of this movie as well.
I think it's a great. The more I thought about it, I was like, that's a good combo. I like that. Social Network, 500 Days of Summer. So this movie should be really great. So again, directed by Richard Linklater, starring Ethan Hawke. If you're unfamiliar with Ethan Hawke, Isaac, where might someone know Ethan Hawke from?
The Before trilogy.
The Before trilogy, before what is it?
Sunset,
Sunset, and Midnight.
Some say one of the greatest romance movies ever.
Mm-hmm.
You will also know him as Maya Hawke's father from Stranger Things and some other things.
He's also in Training Day.
He's unbelievable in Training Day.
Yes, he's in The Northman. He's in Moon Knight with Oscar Isaac, who I forgot to mention earlier, is also in Moon Knight. He's in Glass Onion. I think just a little bit. What else is he in? Hold on. What's the big thing that he is in? I feel like I'm missing something big. I mean, he's in Boyhood. I'm just scrolling through. Now we're in like 2006, so surely there's something I'm missing here, right?
I feel like we hit all the big stuff.
Maybe not. Oh, cool.
I mean, maybe. I feel like he's done so much.
He's done so much, yeah. Ethan Hawke has done so many things. Yeah. And he's so good all the time.
He is.
Big fan. Margaret Qualley also is in this. She's so fun.
Recently in The Substance. Also, relatively discovered in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yes.
She's
so Honey
good.
Don't.
Honey Don't.
Happy Gilmore 2.
Mm-hmm. She's killing it this year.
Drive Away Dolls. She's so great. She's so fun. Mm-hmm. She has this level of charm about her that is just really fun to get to watch. And I get why Lorenz Hart's going to be obsessed with this character.
Yeah.
And then Bobby Cannavale is a name that you probably, if you're listening, may not recognize, but you'll know this guy. But I don't even know if I can describe him to you. But look him up because you'll recognize him. I think maybe depending on who you are and what you've seen, in Ant-Man, Scott Lang, Paul Rudd, his ex-wife has a new husband. That's Bobby Cannavale.
What a roundabout way to get Bobby Cannavale. I love it.
He's been in so many things, often like as a supporting character, but he's so funny and great, and I'm excited to see him in this movie. Andrew Scott is another actor I'm very excited about to see in this movie. He'll be actually in the upcoming new Knives Out story. He played Moriarty in the Sherlock Holmes series with Benedict Cumberbatch. He's the villain there, and he is just so great. He's fantastic. He is a stage actor as well as on the stage often.
Okay.
And I'm a huge fan of Andrew Scott, so I'm very excited to see him in this movie. So great cast, great director. Should be really fun.
Really fun.
Blue Moon coming out this week. Go see it.
Go see it. And now
our last one,
third and last movie.
Last movie we're going to talk about is Good Fortune.
Yes.
I have so much to talk about. We're going to try to keep this short. This comes out this week on the 17th. Here's the quick description. Gabriel is a budget guardian angel. One day he notices Arj, a man down on his luck who does odd jobs for a wealthy socialite named Jeff. Once Arj falls asleep in a booth at a Denny's restaurant, he hits rock bottom after subsequently having his car towed from the parking lot. Intervening in his plight, Gabriel tries to convince Arj that being wealthy like Jeff would not solve his problems, and he tries to prove this point by swapping the two men's lives. Failing at this demonstration, as Arj's problems are immediately solved by Jeff's wealth, Gabriel loses his wings and is sent down to Earth to live among the humans, while Arj takes over Jeff's livelihood. Gabriel then becomes roommates with the displaced Jeff as the work he did as an angel begins to unravel around them.
So good.
I am so excited for this movie. When I first saw the trailer, I thought that maybe it kind of looks dumb, but the more I've even watched the most recent trailer and have like thought about this movie, I'm so excited for this. And the specific line in the movie trailer that got me, and it's in that description right there, was the fact that the Guardian Angel thought, oh, well, clearly I'll just prove to him in like an Ebenezer Scrooge type of way, money's not going to solve all your problems.
Yeah.
Here, I'll prove it to you. I'll make you rich. And then immediately all of his problems are solved.
It's a really funny concept.
Hello, Gabriel, come on. And then he loses his wings, has to live with Jeff, the former wealthy guy that now is poor and broke. So Gabriel's played by Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, which is so fun.
I'm so excited. He looks hysterical in this movie. Very excited for this. Arj, who is the poor man that then becomes wealthy, is played by Aziz Ansari. Tom Haverford
wrote and directed.
Wrote and directed this film. Jeff, the wealthy man that then gets his life swapped, is played by Seth Rogen. And I mean, those three. You could stop there. We're not going to because it gets even better. Keke Palmer's in this movie. Oh, love Keke Palmer. Sandra Oh is in this movie. There's so many. I feel like there was one other person. It may come to me later, but this movie just looks so fun. Hits at I think a really fun idea of, does money solve all your problems? Can it? Maybe. Let's find out. I'm wondering if I'll be convinced one way or the other if money's going to solve all my problems.
I know. There's only one way to find out, and it's for me to receive a large sum of money.
Yeah. So hey, if you're watching, you can email us at themidnightmatineeproject@gmail.com.
If you're really rich and you're watching this, let us know if all your problems are solved.
So here's a quick positive review from this movie from Letterboxd user Totally Not Read. I bet it's Read. A movie so openly against the job market, AI, and social climbing, and so pro fast food and mushrooms is just what I needed. The cast here is impeccably quirked up. Keanu and Rogan especially. Adam Newport-Barrow is easily becoming one of my favorite current cinematographers, and Aziz brings a real cynicism to the comedy in a great way. Huge surprise. That's good praise. That sounds great. That's what I like.
Yeah, just Aziz behind a creative comedy direction is going to be so fantastic.
Yes. Now, as with all comedy, not all comedy is for all people.
No, it's not.
So a quick negative review from Letterboxd user Jay Jefferson. I don't know. While I thought a few jokes were good, overall I had a hard time really getting into this film. While I think the message is good about finding meaning in your life, I think the way they went around converting that message didn't really work. I was also not a fan of Keanu's performance. It was very Reddit coded with all the dog and chicken nugget mentions. Not a fan overall between the performances, the writing, and the screen wipes between every scene. I was not a fan.
Okay. Well, I think going back to purists, I think a lot of...
Oh, was this a book first?
No. A lot of quote-unquote cinephile purists are they struggle with comedies.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think comedies, one, they're made for way less money than other movies. The budget is...
This one was $300 million. I'm just kidding.
I was going to say, no way. So
yeah, those angel wings.
The focus is intentionally not on a lot of artistic things that are typically hugely emphasized in a larger scale movie or a more artistic movie.
Yeah.
I think here the goal is to deliver a message in a comedic way, and that is where the most of the effort went.
Yeah.
And I understand when people struggle with comedies because it's just a lot of stuff is missing cinematically.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you can't enjoy it and you can't have a great time.
Yeah. I do at least appreciate this review was just saying like, hey, I had a hard time.
Yeah.
It was very personal opinion, not like, hey, this movie sucks, don't go see it.
Yeah.
Which I think is I do appreciate. What's your opinion on screen wipes?
If used right, big fan.
Yeah, as a longtime Star Wars fan, I'm pro screen wipe.
I think
pro PowerPoint transition in movies.
They can be used very ineffectively, but when used right, specifically in comedies, incredible. I think there's a few in The Naked Gun.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, incredible.
They're great.
Used in other movies that aren't older, probably struggle with them a little bit, but
maybe
in a comedy, fantastic.
And speaking of comedy, here's a funny review from Letterboxd user Anthony Bataille. Good fortune, more like good movie.
It's right there.
And that's the whole thing.
It's right there.
There it is.
I love that.
Isaac, if you're pitching this movie to a Hollywood executive as a combo of two other movies, what are you pitching it as?
I'm going with, you already mentioned one, A Christmas Carol.
Yeah,
meets Trading Places.
Yeah, that's good.
So
really,
there's
really good.
I was like two very obvious movies that are right there.
Yeah.
But obviously Trading Places, the title of that movie is pretty self-explanatory of what the plot is.
Yeah.
Two people trade places. It is living life in another person's shoes. And when those shoes fit you much better on the one hand, and then the other person, they fit very poorly.
Yeah.
I think it's a great plot concept, but inversing it of typically both people come to the understanding of, oh, this other person had it hard, and oh, this other person had it hard. Here, it's flipping it in a very comedic way, which sounds really, really fun and really exciting. And then A Christmas Carol, just again, taking the Christmas Carol concept of an angel coming down and showing you what it could be like.
Yeah.
But when that doesn't work, what happens?
Correct. Yeah.
And I think it just takes those two classic tropes and flips it. And it just feels, as we said earlier, feels fresh and new. And I'm really excited for that reason.
Yeah, very excited as well. I actually do have a combo here.
Let's go.
It's the only one that I actually feel like, oh, this is pretty good and better than yours.
I'd say that was one of my weaker ones.
And it doesn't include Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay.
Bruce Almighty.
Great.
And Freaky Friday.
That's fantastic. I love that. Much better than mine.
And very similar, but like again, Bruce Almighty has the idea of God talking to Bruce and basically being like, "Oh, you think you could do this? Great. Here's all the powers." And he like has the powers of God, and he's like learns to appreciate and all that kind of stuff. But like that similar kind of idea of this deity in some way or supernatural things in some way affecting what we're doing here and giving something that is unexpected. And then Freaky Friday, just again, you're swapping places. So same concept, same area and neighborhood, but that's how I would pitch this.
I love that.
Bruce Almighty meets Freaky Friday.
And really, I think the full pitch here is, what if we took the classic tropes of these trading places, switching bodies movies,
and they don't learn a lesson.
But they don't learn a lesson, and it's actually awesome for one of the people.
Yeah.
And it's like
it's great.
And it really should be great.
Yeah. If you're unfamiliar with any of these people, what are you doing?
Yeah. Aziz Ansari, Parks and Rec, Tom Haverford.
Yeah.
All you need to know. He's done a lot of other things.
Yeah. Stand-up comedian, great writer, director now. Seth Rogen.
So many things.
If you don't know him, what are you?
Yeah. Pineapple Express.
Where you been? The Interview. So many things, obviously, with James Franco. Studio. Emmy-winning Seth Rogen. Yeah. Many Emmys. He's so great. Keanu Reeves. Yeah. So many things, obviously, The Matrix.
Yeah.
Speed, one of my all-time favorites. Yes. John Wick.
Yep.
Hardball. Yeah.
Such a sad movie.
So go see this movie. It should be fun. Three great actors and movie makers that are really leading the charge in this film. Go see it. Comes out this week. Couple quick mention. Two other movies that we want to recommend. We're not going to go as in depth this week, but After the Hunt, directed by Luca Guadagnino.
Yes.
If I'm pronouncing that incorrectly.
Sounds about right.
Sure, right?
Yeah.
He made Challengers. Was that last year? Year
last
before?
Year.
It was just last year?
Yeah, because I remember last Oscars, people were very upset.
That's right, yep. But that stars Julia Roberts, Andrew Garfield, Ayo Edebiri. Again, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. But also Julia Roberts, obviously longtime great actress. Andrew Garfield, everyone should know where he's from. Tick, Tick, Boom, Spider-Man, Social Network that you mentioned earlier. Ayo Edebiri, probably most well known for The Bear.
The Bear, yeah.
It just up and coming. She's so great. But that movie comes out this week. Be more drama focused.
Yep.
It's focused on essentially an accusation of sexual assaults in the movie, and so it kind of breaks down the dynamic between all these characters.
Yeah.
Comes out this week, and then that comes out on Friday, but coming out on Wednesday, Ballad of a Small Player.
Yes.
Also comes out. Colin Farrell. So, if you don't know Colin Farrell, come on.
Watch The Penguin, Banshees of Inisherin.
Oh my goodness, he's so great.
So many things.
So this movie is directed by Edward Berger. Directed Conclave, All Quiet on the All Quiet on the Western Front. Great director. So it's got Colin Farrell, Tilda Swinton. Colin Farrell, Tilda Swinton, and it is essentially it looks like some sort of like almost psychological thriller, but like very bright and vibrant colors, but like takes place in a casino.
Yeah.
And so looks fun, wild. The quick description says when his past and his debts start to catch up with him, a high stakes gambler lying low in Macau encounters a kindred spirit who might just hold the key to his salvation. But watch the trailer. Looks wild, but that comes out on Wednesday. The rest of these movies all come out on Friday. But go see these movies
in the theater
this week.
Yes.
Or else
we will find you.
And we will take you to the theater. But tickets not covered. You still have to pay for your tickets.
Of course.
But we hope this inspired you to go see a movie this weekend. It's a great weekend for movies. Especially, we're in the fall now. Weather's getting cooler. Be outside less. Go inside into the movie theaters.
In the movie theaters. Easy argument right there. Also, spooky season.
Go see a spooky movie.
So go see a spooky movie too. I'm sure your local theater is showing plenty.
Yeah, come on. And so we'll see you next Monday. And as always, long live the theatrical release.